I'd like to introduce one of my most favorite people. One of my most favorite people. When we, any movement needs, one of those people who are brave enough, courageous enough, crazy enough to go against the grain, right? I like to call this the evolutionary solutionary movement. And heck, I'm going to add love-evolutionary, evolutionary, solutionary movement, right? Because that's what's going on here. We talked about love, connection. And this woman, time and time again, with the most joyful and generous spirit, goes into the unknown, right? Tirelessly at times, to constantly weave a beacon basket for us to play in. Melanie St. James constantly says yes. She's someone I love on my team, because when I see the impossible, she's like, no, T, come on, let's just try it. Let's just do it, T, yeah. I'm like, okay, Mel, if you believe it, let's go. And you know what? Whether we make mistakes or not, how I've grown, how I've learned to actually see the rainbows and go after them without having to calculate exactly how to get there. Those dreamers, those visionaries who said, one day we are going to fly in the sky or get to the moon. Psh, you're crazy. Really? One day women are going to have the right to vote. Psh, no way. One day blacks and whites are going to be able to marry happily and be safe. Psh, no way. It always takes that one few couple people, right, that demand room, that go by strange different ways, right, the ones who change the world. She's one of those people, and she's brought us here to play in the most perfect way with all of our imperfections, saying those are invited too. So I'd love to welcome my beautiful sister who amazes me constantly with her generosity and her fearlessness to move forward as a we, because our collective sum is greater than our individual isolation. Let's welcome Melanie St. James. Let's give her a round of applause. In fact, stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Woo! Standing up!
I just want to keep hugging everyone. And this is our movement. We are the people we've been waiting for, like all of you incredible visionaries. I was saying last night to a friend, the people that come to the Global Summit are like, hell yeah, we are doing it. We are going all the way because the alternative is unacceptable. And I want to just call in and appreciate. We have live stream tonight. Thank you, Glitch Films, Christian, and Ali for bringing this live to the world. We have so many amazing, visionary, incredible change agents all over Africa, all over Nepal, people, that have come here from Pakistan, come to the Global Summit in San Francisco or in London. We are going to save a little time right now, but I want to just share the inspiration of this movement and why I'm so excited and honored to be part of it. I started doing community research, just really interested in global resources. How can we not go to hell in a handbag, in our lifetime? I studied abroad in China when I was 20. That's 20 years ago. And saw wow, this is what the whole world could be struggling with resources, population. And so I set off and got to spend time in West Africa with really extraordinarily rich communities, and was like, wow, we've got it all wrong. Here we're looking at people in Africa, you've got Sally Struthers with the flies. It's like, no, these are rich, incredible cultures that we need to be learning from. We need to change our perspective. We need to love each other. And, so empowerment works got started, and we were working with artists in Zimbabwe and just trying to, do what we could with those local social entrepreneurs who already had solutions. They just needed some access to market. They just needed a little bit of technology. Let's just be a team, world, right? So that's what that was about. And it's this little thing of working just at the grassroots level, it's great, but we actually need to change our whole global paradigm. And then I went to the World Social Forum and was like, wow, it's really too bad that all these incredible people, 40,000 people in Kenya, flanked with wars and climate change impact, Why don't we have money here? Why don't we have policymakers? Why is everyone at the World Economic Forum with all the money and power? And then we've got the green movement. Like, we need to bring this together, people, because it takes all of us. And so here we are. And it's a really, really big vision. And I'm really excited about the incredible technology that we have at hand now. We have the potential for every single citizen in the world to get on a cell phone and be part of a global conversation to transform the world and to have their voice heard and to really respond and say, this is the direction that we deserve to save all of our children and all of our ecosystems. And we need to do it now, not just talk about it. And so, yes, while the political system is going to shift and all of that beautiful, transformation is happening, we're doing it. And I just want to mention, all of you hopefully have this program. And this is a very simple couple of frameworks. And it's a map for the intersections that you're going to be participating in. I personally identified this, 7 stages to sustainability, being inspired by grassroots communities in Zimbabwe and Senegal and seeing, how can we respect communities at the local level. And rather than coming in with a solution, like T-Bird was saying, what if we listen, see what's there? It's like, what happens when we bring together and be a catalyst for collaboration of the local partners in empowerment? What happens when we seek out and find mutually aligned educational institutions, media groups, artists in action who are the visionaries, for-profit businesses who can bring marketing and bring economic opportunity? Those are really needed too. Business isn't bad. It's part of the system. It's part of job creation and livelihoods. And of course, we've got the 4 impact organizations and social entrepreneurs like Muhammad Yunus, like Mother Teresa. And you know what? It takes all of us. So obviously, there's a lot more sectors, but this is a very village-based model that's also relevant to any city. And so at the Global Summit, we're looking for the least common denominator, the minimal viable product that can include the most number and diversity of people and players. And so that's what Partners in Empowerment is. And the 7 stages is really advocating a local asset-based approach to building local living economies and solutions. And so that's what we're playing with today. And I'm just so honored to have you here today and all of us. And I just want to say this has been the most phenomenal, exciting experience of co-organizing the Global Summit, because this team is as rock star as it gets. I am so grateful. Samantha Sweetwater is such a freaking hero of mine who's been total partner in creating this entire program and just holding it and guiding. And it just feels so good to trust people in this way, and T-Bird and everyone who's up here. And I want to call up Jamaica Stevens, who is the founder of the Tribal Convergence Network. She's launched an a Kickstarter campaign for re-inhabiting the village, which includes many tools that are fulfilling this vision for all of us. And she has jumped in and brought her extraordinary facilitation gifts and gifts as a social architect to ensure that this program from this afternoon through tomorrow is going to create some really phenomenal outcomes for our community to continue building on up into 2016. Oh yeah, by the way, the Global Summit happens every other year. We went to the Olympics in 2012. We're going to be there in 2016 in Rio, because we need to take this movement really global to the mainstream. And so it's really taking it to the next level today and tomorrow. So I want to welcome Jamaica, and then we're going to hear from our teams that are bringing you into the intersection so you know how you're going to play and who you're going to play with. Thank you.